Hello children, I am Pramati back again with you. I am going to start with the second unit of your book, The First Flight. This unit consists of mainly two things, that is one prose piece, that is Nelson Mandela's autobiographical piece, and the second, A Tiger in the Zoo. I have already sent you the explanation and other material about a tiger in the zoo. This lesson is quite long, so I will break it into parts in my videos. So let us begin now. This lesson is an autobiographical piece written by Nelson Mandela, who is a very famous personality in the world. All of you must be aware that he was a very important leader of South Africa. He was a leader just like Mahatma Gandhi, who led the national movement in India. Similarly, he led the movement against apartheid. Now children, you have already been given this introductory informations. Apartheid is a political system that separates people according to their race, maybe color of skin like blacks, whites and so on. So Nelson Mandela fought against this unjust system, and for this fight, which is just like a freedom fight, he was imprisoned for a very long time. But when the movement was successful and democracy was achieved and he got a political authority in the country, probably he wrote this piece of experience in this form of autobiography. So I suggest you children, please read these introductory things. Because of shortage of time, we may not be doing it just now. So you have to read this piece of news given in this box. Nelson Mandela becomes South Africa's first black president. This is the informative piece for your general awareness. Now you have next thing, an activity. It is a very good activity. You have in column A different phrases or words. They have a particular meaning in this lesson. For example, let me tell you one meaning. A rainbow, gathering of different colors and nations. Here it means a beautiful coming together, means gathering together of various peoples like the colors in a rainbow. Here the people of different variety means it may be blacks, whites and so on. The people of Europe and Africa and different races coming together is a beautiful rainbow of different colors and nations. So same way you will have different expressions in the lesson. You can do it better when the lesson is over. So you just read the first column, then later on you can match it with column B. I will be starting with lesson, reading and explanation paragraph wise. Children, there are many words which are difficult for you, so I suggest you please underline the words in the book and use dictionary. I will also tell you few meanings. So let us start now. 10th May dawned bright and clear. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respects before the inauguration. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. As I suggested you earlier, as I told you earlier, this lesson is about the inauguration day of democracy in South Africa. He was chosen the first black president in South Africa. So it was an inauguration ceremony. So the date is given 10th May. Dawned, D-A-W-N, dawn means the early morning. It was a beautiful, bright and clear morning on 10th May as he experienced. And he was very pleased. He was surrounded by, they are besieged means surrounded by people which were special dignitaries. Dignitaries means people who are specially invited for any event. So dignitaries and world leaders had gathered there for witnessing this inauguration ceremony, and he is telling this inauguration ceremony was the largest gathering of different international leaders in South Africa, because earlier there was a rule of whites, and so such gatherings were not held. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union buildings in Pretoria. Pretoria is the capital of, at that time it was a capital of South Africa. So amphitheatre was a building surrounded without a roof. You can see just like a stadium. It used to be in ancient times. Fighters fought in the amphitheatres and games were held. So this ceremony took place in a sandstone, a type of stone which is used for building structures, which was held up, which was built by Union Building earlier. Before this ceremony was held, it was already constructed earlier. For decades, this had been a seat of white supremacy, means this building had been a symbol of white rule. Supremacy means superiority and rule. And now it was the site, means place, of rainbow gathering of different colors and nations. This is the phrase, children, I was talking about. So what he is telling? He is telling this building used to symbolize white rule over the blacks and South Africa, but today it was a place where different nations people who had gathered could be seen just like a rainbow. Rainbow symbolizes a pleasant and beautiful sight. So these people had gathered just like rainbow has a gathering of colors for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. So why they had gathered? For witnessing, for attending the ceremony of democratic and non-racial, means in which everyone is equal, no race is superior or inferior. Such government will be installed, established in South Africa. So what is the summary of these two paragraphs, children? Nelson Mandela experiences a pleasant day, and he says on this day there were many people of different countries, special leaders and dignitaries had gathered, and the ceremony of installation of democracy or non-racial government was to be held in amphitheatre, where earlier whites used to form policies, and the building was a symbol of white rule. Just as parliament is a symbol of government, similarly this amphitheatre was a symbol of rulers' building. On that lovely autumn day, autumn means the period of time when leaves start shedding, when winter is going to start. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Zenani, means his daughter Zenani was with him. Accompanied means to be with. On the podium. Podium means just like in classroom, teachers stand on the podium, a kind of desk with a stand for keeping documents to read. So on the podium, Mr. De Klerk was first sworn in as second deputy president. Mr. De Klerk took oath. Sworn means to swear. Swear means to take promise. Oath as deputy president. Then you can see the photo of Nelson Mandela, and all of you must be aware with him, children. So I am continuing. Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn in as the first deputy president. So next was the turn of Mr. Thabo Mbeki. These are the African names. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people. So when the turn of Nelson Mandela came to take pledge as a president, he took oath to obey the rules of constitution. Uphold means to maintain, to keep up these rules and regulations, and he would devote means he will give his life for the service of well-being of Africa and its people. So here devote means just like A person who loves God devotes his life to God. So devote means just like donating oneself. To the assembled guest and the watching word I said. Now he is saying what he spoke on that occasion. It is his speech he has quoted here himself. Today, all of us do, by our presence here, confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long, must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. So, what he is saying? He is thanking the leaders and dignitaries that they have shown their presence, they have come there, and by coming there, they have given glory. Confer means to be given. Something honorable is given. Conferred means something honored. Anything honorable is conferred, like prize is conferred or degree is conferred, honor is conferred. So they have conferred glory to this new nation of democratic system, that was newborn liberty. And this coming together was an extraordinary, sorry, they had already experienced human disaster in that country for a long period. That was the rule of whites over blacks with unjust system and discrimination. And after this too long disaster, a society will be born, a new system will come up where humanity will feel proud. It means there will be no discrimination, no injustice, and no humiliation of anyone. So he is telling this to the people present there. We, who were outlaws not so long ago, have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our soil, on our own soil. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. What else he is saying? That just few days or months ago, before getting the freedom, they were outlaws. Outlaws means who are not given legal rights. They were illegal, you can say. Illegal in the sense they had no rights to vote, no rights to have equal dignity in the country. So they were outlaws. They were not given legal rights. But today they have been given this rare privilege. Rare means which is uncommon, very rare. You can say like pearl is a rare uh, object. So rare means uncommon. Privilege means special facility, special right. So they have been given this rare special right to become the host of so many people from the different parts of the world on their own soil. Host means guest means who comes to somebody's house, and host welcomes the guest. So here, who is the host? The blacks are the host to the people of the world to witness that ceremony, and this is a rare privilege to them that they are welcoming them. Sorry. So he is thanking all the distinguished guests from the world for coming there to witness this ceremony of their country, which will symbolize common victory for all the values of equality, that is justice, peace, and dignity of human beings. What does it mean? He says by coming here, these all guests have supported them in showing their concern or consent for a just and peaceful society in Africa. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. Emancipation means complete freedom from something, like emancipation of women from old system where they were not given human rights, equally. So emancipation means it is given here freedom from restriction. Restriction means checks, controls. So they have achieved their freedom of political rights. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender and other discriminations. After this political liberty, what other liberty they need? They need people should be freed from all other problems and evils, just like the bondage means slavery, to be under the control of poverty. Deprivation means to be without, not getting things. So deprivation is also a kind of symbol of poverty. Bondage, suffering. Suffering means pains. Gender means being male, female, discrimination and other kind of differences. So these all other evils should be removed to get complete emancipation. Only political emancipation is not enough. They should have social and other kind of liberties also available in their society. So they will have to achieve it. They pledge for it today. Never, never and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by other. So he is saying here never, never and never again, means he is strongly pledging that there will be no other kind of oppression, means somebody is being ruled by other, that is called oppression. Cruel, you can say oppression is just like cruel control over someone. So nobody will be cruelly suppressed by somebody else and they will have equality. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. So he is saying here setting the sun means there will be no darkness of all the evils, all the injustice and other problems in this glorious achievement of human beings. So this achievement that they are politically free, they will also be socially and in other ways human values, they will achieve freedom. So if this is achieved, when this is achieved, there will be no setting of sun in their country and it will be always a day. Here being day means it does not mean really that there will be no night in their country. It means the sun of liberty will shine always in the country. Here it is a kind of metaphor. Metaphor means a thing symbolizing other thing. Like sun symbolizes light and here light means liberty. So liberty is the sun. So that is the metaphor used here. So it will be a bright day for the nation forever. There will be no dark time in their country. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. So he is giving a kind of call. Let freedom rule over their country and he is asking blessings of God for his country. So children, we have finished the first part here. I will break it into next unit so that it is convenient for you to read and understand.